Let's talk about the dark side of our modern social media world. Because lately I've been reflecting on relationships. Like, did you know that relational wellness is actually one of the major pillars of health? Like, not just a nice to have, but a core component of well being. Like, how we treat others, how we interact, the health of our relationships, the environment around us. These things directly impact our nervous system, our stress levels, and even our longevity. And I feel like saying this is obvious, but we're in a world where we're obsessed with productivity and performance, and we've forgotten that most of us only have the capacity for a handful of truly close relationships. I don't know if you've heard this before, but they say you are the average of the five people that are the closest to you, right? Because the reason is you can't be influenced by that many people all the time. There are really only so many people that you can hold to your attention consistently. And then, and that varies depending on who you are, but it's not like 100 people. So, and I'm not talking about people you have relationships because you think they're cool or you reshare their posts or refer them to your network. I'm talking about the kinds of relationships where you're there when things get hard, where you solve problems instead of avoiding them and maybe letting them, like ghosting them and dropping off, where you don't let people fall through the cracks. So let me ask you, how many people in your life really have your back? And how many people in your life you have their backs? We live in a time where people have like 1 million followers or massive professional network and still feel completely alone. And my opinion is that is a failure to thrive, because no amount of attention, admiration, or applause can replace the safety of being seen. And you can be wildly visible and still feel emotionally invisible. But when we chase shiny objects that promise external validation, they leave us empty inside, and we end up feeling disconnected from the very thing we're wired for, which is belonging. Not popularity, not influence, but deep rooted connection. And I'm so grateful that I learned early on that just because people admire you doesn't mean that they really care. And I'd rather have people around me who actually care. So if this hits a nerve, or if it feels like a relief to hear because you're feeling the pressure of having to constantly expand your network or to create more relationships that don't last, know that you're not alone. And check out some of my resources below to get a little bit more information on how to build back a more natural system for thriving and relating in life. Peace out.